Hello everyone, yes it is indeed me, Max Manga, just making my first video to just kind of let you all know that this is going to be something that's going to happen. I've been procrastinating on it for a while, but it's because I've been thinking, like, you guys are probably going to be expecting something from me of, like, higher quality than, you know, just some fucking poorly recorded audio with some photos on the screen that will keep you busy, but you know, we all gotta start somewhere, and sometimes the start isn't very good, so whatever. I'll just make the first video, get the ball rolling, and yeah, just give you some expectations of what's to come. So for those of you that don't know who I am, I'm Max Manga. I'm a manga artist slash comic book artist. It's interchangeable, doesn't really matter which. Yeah, I make comics. Mainly a comic named Impact. This is a passion project for me, and you'll be seeing a lot of content centered around this series in particular, because I'm going to be obviously I want to be using this channel to advertise it as any rational person would. I mean, why wouldn't I? It's an action comedy series. It's about boxing, and it's going to be a lot of fights, a lot of good stuff in it. But besides that, it's also like it's going to be a very serious, very kind of tragic story. I'm not too far into it yet. Currently, I'm only halfway through chapter 2, but this version is actually a reboot. Yes, Impact was, before it became what it is now, it was known as Getting Even, and this was kind of its one-shot phase. And this was way back when I was a much more inexperienced artist, and I was just starting out. I had no style or anything, no substance, no technique, no rhyme or reason to anything I did. It was just kind of, you know, my stepping stone, my kind of dipping my toe into the pool of manga making. And I took that for about, I took it to for about 110 pages, I believe, which is, it's a good chunk. That's half a volume worth of content, and that was about up to 6 chapters is how long that prototype phase really lasted. And really the reason I felt like I wanted to reboot it was, by the time that I was on chapter 6, I felt like I had gotten to a point where the beginning was just so much worse compared to where it is now, that there would be too much whiplash for new readers. And also because I felt like the story was told very poorly, and just everything was directed really bad. Like, there were, especially with the fight between the two main characters, which are Lorenzo Robinson and Dennis Jackson. During their fight, there were like no fucking backgrounds, and every time there were backgrounds, there were like floors, and that's about it. Like floors, and I think one time they were both on the floor, and like I had a wide shot of what was around it, and it looked fucking disgusting. It just looked awful. It looked dreadful. So yeah, I just really wanted to redo it, because I felt like that's probably gonna leave a bad taste in people who, you know, get into it, and they're just thinking to themselves, man, this is told terribly. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know where these characters are. They might as well be in a fucking empty universe. It's just a blank slate, nothing going on. And yeah, basically that's the reason why I decided to reboot it. And the reboot has been substantially better. I mean, way better, like 100 times better. We got backgrounds, the characters fucking are a lot more expressive, and they look better, because I have an actual fucking art style now. And overall, it's just it's pretty fucking solid now. Like, yeah, that's the series I'm working on. It's a passion project. It's something I make when I have the time to make it. I don't make any money off of it or anything. It is, like I said, just a pure passion project from me, and I think it can be something great. And yeah, hopefully you will be willing to check it out, because it will be a prominent series on this channel. And yeah, you might as well want to be in the in crowd for it, you know. So if you want to check it out, it will be in the description below. It is on Webtoon, since it is a webcomic currently. There's nothing. I haven't made physical copies of it yet, which because I want to wait, obviously, until it's a full volume long, and that's gonna be like way later down the road, probably like early 2019. I'll have that volume done. And yeah, so that's enough about that. Aside from that, I do have a lot of ideas for like YouTube video series that I want to be making here. And a lot of them are pretty fresh, pretty original, that I think you guys will enjoy. I don't really want to like name them. I don't really want to say what they are, because I feel like they're good enough that somebody watching this might want to just swipe the idea before I can work on it. So I don't really want to go too in depth with what these series will be, but all I can say is they're gonna be pretty sweet. Obviously, I'll be making things like speed arts. Not very often. I feel like speed arts are very boring. They're kind of just there to, you know, fill. They're like filler content. You know, they're not exactly the most interactive, most amazing, entertaining experience for a fucking YouTube video. They're just kind of there for you to watch, admire, and just bump into some cool music in the background while you're watching me go at like 6,000 fucking miles per hour. So there's gonna be that. There's also gonna be art tutorials, of course. But the tutorials I'll be making will be much more personalized and like catered and fit to me. I feel like most topics when it comes to making comics have already been covered on YouTube by many people that are probably like that have done it much better than me, such as White Manga. Like he's done like every fucking topic under the sun, so there's not much I'll be able to go into there better than him. So the only thing I can really do is kind of just cater to basically custom fit it to myself. And yeah, hopefully you guys will enjoy that. I will also be making things on like storytelling, you know, directing, visual storytelling, of course, and just all the stuff in between, just pretty much everything about making comics. And also commentaries on like relevant things when it comes to like the anime and comic book industry, like a new series or something that comes out that piques my interest. I'll make a video on it, and just overall stuff like that. And hopefully you guys enjoy that content, because I'm gonna enjoy making it. And I hope you all stick around. Thanks for watching. This is my first video on Max Manga, and hope you come again for the next one.